She never imagined the worst day of her life would become the beginning of the one story she thought had ended forever. When Emily Carter was called into her manager's office, she expected another impossible deadline. Instead, she was handed a small envelope, thanked for her years of loyalty, and told the company was moving in a different direction. Numb, she packed the framed photo from her desk and walked out into the cold Seattle rain. 3 weeks later, desperate for a fresh start, she accepted an interview at a fast-growing marketing company. But the moment the elevator doors opened, she froze. Standing in the conference room, introducing himself as the company's new CEO, was the man who had broken her heart 12 years ago, and judging by the look in his eyes, he never expected to see her again. Emily had always believed hard work could fix almost anything. Growing up in Portland, she'd earned scholarships, worked part-time jobs, and built a career from nothing. By 34, she had become one of the most respected marketing managers in Seattle. She wasn't flashy, she wasn't lucky, she was dependable. But loyalty wasn't enough when her company was bought by investors looking to cut costs. Losing her job felt like losing part of her identity. At home, surrounded by unopened moving boxes she'd never unpacked after her divorce, silence became her loudest companion. Friends encouraged her to travel. Her mother suggested taking time off. Emily couldn't afford either. She needed another job. Fast. When Horizon Creative invited her for an interview, she barely researched the company. She only knew the salary was good. She had no idea fate had already accepted the invitation. The receptionist smiled warmly. The CEO likes meeting every finalist personally. Emily straightened her blazer. That's unusual. It is. The receptionist laughed. The new CEO likes unusual. Those words stayed with her. The conference room door opened. A tall man stepped inside, dark hair touched with silver, confident smile, blue eyes she had memorized years before. Nathan Brooks, her first love, her first heartbreak. His confident expression disappeared the instant he recognized her. Emily? Silence filled the room. For a second, 12 years disappeared. Then professionalism returned like armor. Nathan cleared his throat. Please, have a seat. The interview became strangely formal. Nathan asked thoughtful questions but never mentioned the past. Emily answered calmly, refusing to let emotion show. When it ended, she assumed she'd never hear from them again. 2 days later, she got the job. Their first weeks together felt like walking through a museum of unfinished memories. Nathan remained respectful, professional, never crossing boundaries. Emily appreciated that. Yet every meeting reminded her of college. They had met during freshman orientation. She had been carrying too many books. Nathan had offered to help. Instead, he dropped every single one. They laughed until sunset. Their friendship slowly became love. Not dramatic, not perfect, just honest. Late-night diners, road trips, dreams shared over cheap coffee. Nathan wanted to build companies. Emily wanted to create stories that mattered. They promised they'd grow together, until graduation changed everything. Nathan received an opportunity in London. Emily's father suffered a serious heart attack the same week. She couldn't leave. Nathan begged her to come later. I'll wait, he promised. I know, she whispered. But weeks became months. Calls became shorter. Time zones became excuses. Then one evening, Emily received a message, I think it's best if we move on. No explanation. No phone call. Nothing. Her heart shattered. She never replied. Back in the present, working together became unexpectedly easy. Nathan valued her ideas. He publicly praised her work. Other employees noticed. One afternoon, after everyone left, Nathan found Emily alone reviewing campaign reports. You still skip lunch when you're focused. Emily smiled faintly. You still notice everything. He hesitated. I've wanted to explain. She gently interrupted. 12 years is a long time, Nathan. It is. Some questions don't need answers anymore. But they both knew that wasn't true. Days later, Horizon prepared for its biggest client presentation of the year. The entire company worked late. Just before the meeting, disaster struck. Someone leaked confidential campaign plans. The client blamed Horizon. Millions of dollars were suddenly at risk. An internal investigation began. Shockingly, evidence pointed toward Emily's computer. Whispers spread through the office. I knew hiring an outsider was risky. Nathan remained silent. Emily felt the familiar sting of betrayal. When HR suspended her pending investigation, she quietly packed her belongings again. History seemed determined to repeat itself. Before leaving, she looked at Nathan. I thought this place was different. He tried speaking, but she walked away. Nathan couldn't believe what he was seeing. Something didn't feel right. Emily had always been honest. Always. Late that night, he reviewed security footage himself, frame by frame, hour after hour. Then he noticed something. An IT contractor had entered Emily's office after everyone left, without authorization. Further investigation uncovered everything. The contractor had been paid by a competing agency to steal Horizon's campaign and frame Emily because she had designed its strongest strategy. Nathan immediately called her. She didn't answer. He drove to her apartment. She opened the door with tired eyes. They cleared your name, he said. Emily simply nodded. I know. You knew? They called an hour ago. Silence settled between them. Finally, Nathan whispered, I'm sorry. Emily looked directly into his eyes. For the investigation... No. For 12 years ago. Nathan's shoulders sank. I never sent that message. Emily frowned. What? My business partner accessed my email after I refused to sell my startup to his father. He deleted your letters and sent that breakup message. Emily stared in disbelief. Nathan continued. I thought you had chosen someone else. Every email I sent after that bounced back because he'd changed the account settings. Tears filled her eyes. 12 years. We lost 12 years because someone wanted me focused on business instead of love. Neither spoke. Neither needed to. Sometimes the cruelest distance isn't measured in miles. It's measured in misunderstandings. Weeks later, Horizon hosted a celebration after winning back the client. Employees laughed. Music filled the rooftop. Nathan approached Emily holding 2 cups of coffee. No champagne? She smiled. You remembered. You always preferred coffee. They stood overlooking the Seattle skyline. I can't give you those 12 years back, Nathan said quietly. I know. I also know I don't deserve another chance. Emily looked at the city lights, then back at him. People change. They do. But some feelings survive longer than pride. Nathan's eyes softened. Does that mean... It means we start as ourselves. No promises we can't control. No pretending the past didn't happen. Just honesty. Nathan extended his hand exactly as he had the day they first met. This time, no dropped books. Emily laughed for the first time in years. I can't promise that. She took his hand anyway. Months later, they weren't chasing the perfect romance they once imagined. They were building something stronger, a love tested by time, broken by silence, saved by truth. Because sometimes life closes one door with unbearable pain, only to open another that leads back to the person your heart never truly forgot. And maybe the greatest second chance isn't finding new love. Maybe it's discovering that real love was patiently waiting behind the truth all along. If this story touched your heart, remember this. Never let silence tell someone else's story for you. Sometimes one honest conversation can save years of regret.